The monster that you saw towards the end of the narcissistic relationship is who they actually are. That might have put you in a shock, that might have made you question your whole existence, your power of discernment and judgment. But that is what their real nature is. And you have to deeply accept that in order to set yourself free and never ever go back to that hell. Let's talk more about this in today's episode. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Today's episode is all about understanding and accepting that the monstrous side you saw to the narcissist is actually their real personality. If that sounds interesting enough and you're eager to learn with me, please make sure to subscribe because your subscription helps spread awareness about narcissistic abuse. When we talk about the ending of a narcissistic relationship, it does not necessarily refer to that time when you separate from the narcissist physically, when you leave them, they leave you, and everything falls apart. Ending in a narcissistic relationship starts with the discard phase. While you're still with the narcissist, but you are going through the process of being discarded. And this discard phase begins with the emotional discard, when the narcissist becomes extremely cold towards you. They treat you like a piece of furniture, as I always say. They treat you like an object. They give you stonewalling. They give you extreme form of silent treatment. They see you as a ghost. They live with you, but they see through you. Seeing through you in this context means the narcissist doesn't even acknowledge your presence. They treat you like a non-entity, a person they do not have anything to do with. They may openly cheat on you at this point. They may be extremely abusive, and every single time you try to reconcile out of being trauma bonded, out of being gaslit and convinced that you are the crazy one, they reject you, throw you away, make you feel so ashamed of yourself for being so needy. Because every time you bring up the possibility of giving this relationship one more chance, they turn away and just say, I have given it enough time. You have wasted enough years of mine. I am not willing to do that anymore. It's my decision. You're not responding my boundaries, this, that, and the other. What I'm trying to say is it's extremely dehumanizing at this point. You send them long paragraphs explaining why it was your fault and what you're willing to do next and why they should give you one more chance, and all you get back is those one-liners. Nothing emotional at all. You feel like you are interacting with a rock, and that makes it even worse for you because you can't believe that you used to share a bed with this person. You used to live your life with them. You thought they are going to be a part of your family. You can't believe they can be this cold. You are flabbergasted and left in deep shock by recognizing their absolute lack of consideration and empathy for you. You do not see any human element, and that makes you cry your soul out because you do not know how to reach out when you're trying everything in your capacity to shake them up, to wake them up. They completely disregard your suffering, your pain, and act quite diplomatic. It's a very business-like, dry relationship towards the end. If there are assets involved, they'll try to take most of it. If there are children involved, they will try to take most of the custody. If they want to control you through them, or if they want to punish you through them, or they leave you completely like a shell of yours, a shell of your former self, and you are not able to recognize yourself anymore. During those mediation calls or those court trials, they show zero respect, no amicability, no consideration, no compassion, no possibility for communication whatsoever. They do the opposite. They become the ruthless monster, the cruelest they have ever been, with only one intention, and that is to rob you of financially, completely leave you penniless, or to destroy you or your reputation in a way you won't be able to recover from it. It becomes a burning battle zone, and you have to constantly stay on edge to be prepared for their next move because they do not leave you alone at this point, especially if you have given them a big narcissistic injury through exposure or through something else. Now, it's very important for you to understand a couple of things. First, you have to see them for who they are. If you keep looking for the person you fell in love with out of your trauma bonding, you are going to get hurt. As difficult as it may be for you to accept their monstrous nature, you have to do it anyhow. You have to listen to what other people, those who are on your side, are telling you about the narcissist. You have to embody all of that in order to fight them properly. When I say fight them properly, I'm not saying fight for winning against them. Winning in this case does not exist. What exists is protecting yourself and your children. If you do not take care of your emotions, your internal struggles, trauma bonding, cognitive dissonance, high or extreme heavy emotional dysregulation, you're always going to lose because they will use that reactivity against you. It's only when you're able to take care of your internal struggles, you will become capable of handling the external struggles in a far more better way. Because think about this, if you're regulated and if you're able to think through things, decide, plan, strategize, you will also be capable of studying the narcissist's moves, understanding how you can use their nature against them, and always be a step ahead with one motive, and that is, as I said earlier, to protect yourself, to protect your assets, your hard-earned money, the sanity of your children, their life, because ultimately if the narcissist ends up getting more time or more resources or more access to your children, that means more trauma. Now, I do understand our court systems, unfortunately, are not equipped with the proper understanding of this kind of epidemic, and they always fall for the narcissist facade. So the best we can do is you can work on your internal struggles so that you can understand how you can use the court system in your favor. Maybe not proving that you're dealing with a narcissist, but at least showing the court how manipulative, aggressive, punitive, vindictive, cunning, absent, exploitative this person is. You can show their personality without naming it. You just have to know how to work out the system. So all in all, what I'm trying to say here is, when you see that monstrous side coming out of a narcissist towards the end of the relationship, do not be shocked, because that is who they actually are. You were not able to see them. Well, you did here and there, but you were not able to see the consistency in that monstrous nature of theirs, because they also have different masks to wear to fool people. They put on a facade, and that facade makes them appear very, very normal. So do not blame yourself. Do not blame your power of discernment, because you were dealing with a master manipulator, a con artist who knew how to properly play with people's emotions and how to use them and to finally throw them away. It was never your fault. With that understanding, let's bring this episode to an end. I'll talk with you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.